Good morning, elements. Happy Thursday. Good morning, elements. Welcome back to the channel. This is Leo, the Lioness Queen. If you happen to like what you see on this channel, please make sure to click that subscribe button and also like the video. Also, if you would like to support the channel, please make sure you join the membership. It is only $2.99 a month. I try to keep you guys abreast of all the fuck shit that goes on in the world, but also the beef sector mainly. Okay, guys, I try to give you a little map on what to do and everything. And I've even started actually having to stomach a lot of these people's videos and give y'all little cliff notes and shit, which is what it looks like I'm going to have to do today. Good morning, Elisa. Good morning, everybody. And as always, I have the link pinned in the comments. So just in case you want to come up and add to whatever it is that I am speaking about, that is perfectly fine. I don't mind you coming up long as you stick to the goddamn point. If you want to come up to call yourself trying to go in on me, we can go at it. It's whatever y'all want to do. Okay. But anyway, happy Thursday, guys. Okay. So let me go ahead and not waste a lot of y'all time because I'm expecting a phone call. And when it comes, I'm going to have to get off of here. Okay. A lot has happened. Hey, Cheeky. A lot has happened in the beef sector within the last couple of days, especially this weekend. Okay. And I got my entire life, like I say to you guys all the time, even though I don't try to be involved in the bullshit that go on over here because, to me it gets very redundant and boring. I do enjoy myself. Absolutely being a spectator, a bushwatcher. I have my little VIP section together. Some of the elements be up there with me. Hey, Linty. Okay, I ain't gonna take up too much of y'all time, but the beef sector is a very interesting place. Okay, with all these different personalities, and it's never a dull moment. As soon as all of us start talking about, oh, it's dry, somebody always steps up to the plate in order to serve us the fuck shit that we've been waiting on. Okay. And this week it was Dovey and Just Read My Book. They both stepped up to the plate, gave us a real good show on Sunday. I appreciate it. Shout out to both of them because I think Dovey was live that day for probably about 6 damn hours, if not more. And that took up the majority of my damn shift. So I was very happy to see everything that was going on, just being completely honest. Hey, Felicia P, just being completely honest, the fuck shit was overflowing and we was all here for it. Shout out to Dovey for getting her 1K. And, we just listening to what's going on. So basically the basis of it, her and Just Read My Book, Just Read My Book invited her or either Dovey volunteered. I don't fucking know. All I know is both of these ladies ended up moving. I mean, living together, whatever. Okay. It was Just Read My Book's house. Dovey went to go live in there. I think it started in April. It had a breakdown on damn Sunday. That's all I fucking know. Okay. Dovey came out, gave her side of the story. We was here for it. And Just Read My Book came last night and decided to finally speak her piece and explain from her point of view exactly what the hell happened. Okay. And I was here for it. I was listening up until a certain point because I got to get my motherfucking rest. Okay. I can't be up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning like some of y'all can. Okay, I have a job. So shit, I can't do it. Hey, figure eight. And I'm honestly gonna reserve like the bulk of my commentary. I'm gonna reserve it because I'm still trying to figure out exactly who. Hey, both 32. I'm trying to figure out who was telling the truth. I think it's a bit of truth in both of them. I'm gonna be honest. Listening to just read my book's point of view, I kind of believe her more so than I believe Dovey, but I don't think that Dovey is completely lying about her experience or whatever. I know Dovey as far as off the YouTube streets. I happen to find Dovey very entertaining. However, I'm not going to let that blind me from the fact that I don't know Dovey off of here. Okay, not passing no judgment, but I'm just being honest. Okay. Just read my book. I don't really know her like that. I've heard of her. People, some people, a lot of people have negative opinions of her. I've never had any encounter with her. I don't fucking know. Okay, all I'm going off is what the hell I see. But I do. Yes, Elisa, just read my book. Story does sound more believable. I would say overall the lesson that we all can take from this is, don't let motherfuckers move into your house, especially off of YouTube. And I would say just period. It just never ever works out. Okay. Just don't let other grown motherfuckers move into your goddamn house. Okay. It never ever works out. Is always an issue. And especially if they are YouTubers or on any form of social media, because 9 times out of 10, the shit is gonna make it on social media. And people are going to have an opinion about it. Teeny B, I'm going to actually watch her whole video today and I'm going to actually take cliff notes for you guys. Okay. I'm going to actually do that today. I'm going to take cliff notes while I'm at work. And, I'm going to come back in the members only and I'm going to, give my little assessment of everything that she said. Okay. But the person overall that I feel like we need to hear from, which they did give a little bit of commentary, um, is Sugarfoot. I want to hear what Sugarfoot got to say, honestly, because I feel like Sugarfoot is the one that's gonna tell the entire goddamn truth. That's who I want to hear from. That's who saw everything. That's who heard everything. That's who I want to hear from. Okay. And a lot of people in the comments were also saying that they want to hear from Sugarfoot. They want to hear what Sugarfoot got to say. Now, within the video, you heard Sugarfoot speaking. Sugarfoot was trying to say its piece. You know what I'm saying? But it couldn't get heard. It couldn't get heard. But I heard you, Sugarfoot, trying to talk and tell us, what was going on, because you the one who sat there and had to deal with all that chaos, all that, spiritual stuff going on, that energy, whether it was from both of them, either one, you know, because your space was impeded upon as well. And we also heard about how you played around with Dovey's teeth. Now, if that is true, I do want to know why you decided to do that. That was very mean. That was very, very mean, Sugarfoot. So that part I do have to get on you about, because that was not right for you to be playing around with that lady teeth like that. Okay. So, that's pretty much all I have to say in regards to that, guys, is when it comes to this whole Dovey situation. You said Sugarfoot may be biased. I don't think that Sugarfoot would be biased. I think that Sugarfoot would actually tell the truth. I think she would tell the truth about his or her experience. 'Cause I don't know whether Sugarfoot is a girl or a boy. I think Sugarfoot would be honest, because I'm quite sure he cared about both ladies. Of course, he's been with Just Read My Book. That's his girl or her girl. But I think that he cared about them both in order to tell the truth and maybe bring some type of balance to what is going on. You know what I'm saying? And again, with the teeth, he may have played with her teeth in order, it may not have been, I don't know, Just Read My Book could have sent him to do that. So she definitely could have told Sugarfoot, go mess with that lady teeth, or he could have decided to mess with her teeth because he was mad at Dobie. I do not know. I was not there. Okay? Hold on, y'all. Good morning. So that's it. That's all I got to say in regards to this situation, child. I do, but real talk, y'all. I do hope that Dobie is okay because we have not heard from her. Hopefully she comes out and lets everybody know that she is okay. I'm not passing judgment on either one of them. Like I said, none of us were in that house. And at the end of the day, these are two grown women who decided to, you know, live with each other or whatever, whoever's motives, whatever the hell the motives was, the shit didn't work out. Again, the lesson is you got to be careful with letting people move into your house. People have different habits, people have different outlooks. You really don't know what's going on with people. And that's just the most I could say about it. So I wish both of their asses well. Hell, shit. That's all I got to say in regards to that. So I went on ahead and decided to make that the first goddamn story. Cause child, I'm over it. I'm ready for the next storyline or whatever the next lie is about to come out. Okay. But shout out to both of them for turning the streets, up or whatever like that. That's all I got to say when it comes to that shit. I'm over it. Okay. So the next story is about Kenya Moore. She did the podcast with Carlos King. I have been watching Carlos King podcast. He usually has all the housewives on there. And it's a very good podcast. I think it's been up for maybe about it's been going on for probably about a year and a half or about 2 years at this point, but he has all the guests on there. Really enjoy it. You get to hear from the different housewives, their different experiences and everything. And so she was on there, and she's going to have a two-parter because we know Nene was on there not too long ago. Of course, she caused a lot of controversy. And I think to date, him and Nene's interview have gotten the most views out of all the ones that he's done. But I think Kenya Moore is gonna come up there because in the part one, it started off emotional. Kenya Moore started off speaking about her relationship or lack of relationship with her mother, and she went into full more detail about exactly how just nasty her mother had been to her. If you guys don't remember, when Kenya Moore was born, she was given away at 3 days. Her grandmother took her in after her being 3 days old. Now, on the show, we end up learning, hey, JC, that she, had been trying to have a relationship with her mother throughout the years, but her mother simply just didn't want to have anything to do with her. But she went into detail about, how her mother told her, I think she said she was about 7 or 8 or something, that she would do everything to destroy Kenya's life. Kenya spoke about when she finally started getting into the pageants, like her very first pageant, I think was like at 13, 14. And she was speaking about how the mother was actually calling the people that was in charge of the actual pageant and literally trying to destroy her chances of being in there, to where the people actually like made Kenya like have to go through some type of investigation or something, or audition. She just pretty much did everything in her power just to make it like that. And so, hey, Johnny Mac. So Carlos King asked her, do you think that your mother had some type of mental illness? And Kenya said, yes. She said, I think that she did. And she said, that's the reason why also when she got older and she went to college, she decided to study psychology because she really wanted to understand, why her mother was like this. And it just made me feel really bad for Kenya. Um, it just made me feel bad for her, but at the same time, I am curious to know what is Kenya mother's story, because she did have her at 16. A lot of people do not acknowledge that going through actual childbirth at any age, but I would imagine going through that early, that young, it can do a lot to the psyche, and it's not excusing anything that her mother did, because I think that is an awful way to grow up. It's awful to feel like either parent that actually birthed you doesn't want anything to do with you, but on top of that, actually goes through the measures to try to destroy your life because it's like they despise you that much. I still want to know exactly what happened to her. I would like to know Kenya mother's story and just find out why is she that way. So it was very, very sad, guys. But like I said, this is part one. And it is Carlo King's podcast, which you can find on YouTube and Spotify. Okay. So I definitely suggest that you all do go and actually listen to it. It is worth a listen. I believe his episodes come out on Mondays or Tuesdays. So part two is supposed to be coming next week. Well, I did hear that, Teeny B, that her mother was sexually assaulted. I know they tried to put it out there like it was the father or something, but the father, and they tried to say like the father was so much older than her, but they were both actually 16 at the time. And from what is being said, they were in a relationship, but she just, after she had the baby, it just, I don't know. And I think that they actually had got pregnant before. I forgot what she said in regards to that, but Kenya was the one who made it through, but she just didn't want anything to do with her. And let me see, it explains so much of how Kenya moves. Yeah, it does. It does. But my heart broke for her. You know, it really broke for her. And you could tell that even though she's learned to live with it, that is still very much hard for her. And I can't even say I understand that because I'm blessed to have a good relationship with my mother. So I just, all I can say is that my heart breaks for her. Her mother was a strict pastor's daughter, I believe. That could be part of it too, because we do know that back then, and I think she did bring that up. I think as far as just, you know how it was for when young mothers would get pregnant. You know, when they would get pregnant, and a lot of times they were sent off. So that's a great point, Johnny Mac. But yeah, I still would like to know her mother's story and everything because it was a different time during that time. I definitely think some type of psychosis kicked in when Kenya's mother had her. I can believe that. I can believe that because just from my personal experience, like I said, I did not realize, and that's why I tell anybody who is considering to have a child, and like I said, this is just my opinion. Of course, I ain't a doctor, but I tell people who speak to me about the possibility of having children that I think that it's best that you actually go get counseling and try to work on resolving whatever your childhood trauma is. At least start working on that shit because that a lot of shit for me came up when I had him. A lot of stuff came up for me when I had him, and I ended up going through postpartum depression very bad. You get what I'm saying? And they talking about it only lasts for a couple of months. No, that shit can last for years. So that's why I tell people. So, and that's the first thing I thought about, JC. I'm glad you brought that up because that's the first thing I thought about. And that's why I started off when I first started talking about how people do not understand what we go through, not only physically, but mentally when you are about to give birth to a child. I purposely said that at any age because I was 30 when I had Melvin, and a lot of shit came up for me that I had to go to counseling for and work through when I had him physically, had him. You get what I'm saying? So that part of me, my heart goes out to the mother because I'm like, I'm curious to know her story. But it was a very, very good interview, guys. Hey, Queen V, good morning. In order for her to stay in her father's house, she was forced to give Kenya up. I can get that part, Johnny Mac, but I still have to be enforced because a lot of women were put in that situation, but they did not react to their children the way that Kenya's mother is reacting. That's something way deeper. That's something way deeper going on. Because like you said, that was going on a lot back then. And a lot of those mothers, when they were able to reunite with their children, they still reunited with their children and tried to have some sort of relationship. This woman, all these years later, in Kenya is in her 50s now, and she still don't want shit to do with her. and also, like I said, going the extra step to try to ruin Kenya. That's something completely on another damn level. It's like she literally hate her. Right, right. You're right. Yeah, that's true, Teeny B. That's an excellent point. You know, make sure that you want them, but not even only that. Again, even if you do make a decision to have them, you just do not know exactly how you are going to react to it. Getting pregnant, okay, cool, that's the fun part. Carrying the baby, okay, that's the fun part. The baby shower, all that shit is not till they actually arrive. Like I say, you got married couples who have gotten divorced after having a child. Is you just don't know how either party is going to react to that reality of it. Just like I say, just like how I say too, you know, everybody talks about what us as women go through, which yeah, we go through a lot, but men go through stuff emotionally too. You know, a lot of times it could cause them to run or whatever. It all of our backgrounds make a difference. But regardless, y'all check out the interview for yourself. This is part one once again. And y'all let me know what y'all think in regards to what it is that you guys see. And so we're going to go on to the next story. It was a lot of podcasts I watched this week, y'all. That's pretty much what I was watching in between checking in, you know, for whatever fuck shit was going on the YouTube streets. But anyway, so the next podcast that I watched is called Dear Future Wifey Podcast. And Derrick Jaxn was on this week. His is a part one as well. Okay. And the reason why he came on there is because y'all remember the whole cheating scandal when it came to him and his wife and this solid or breastplate or righteous, whatever, you know, when everybody was making fun of his wife. Now, Danae, excuse me, Jaxn was on this podcast first. I believe I did post her interview. I think hers was a two-parter as well. But her interview was very interesting. And listening to his interview, it really, they had a lot of the things they said were the same. Um, but I understand too, because everybody went, okay. So a lot of people, of course, was coming down on him because he cheated. They were coming down on him saying he was a narcissist and all this other stuff like that, because you also know that we usually take the woman's side. Okay. Even though I said from the very beginning, when the wife appeared, when we finally realized who she was, and she did that little video with the black beret, I felt like something was off then, not giving him an excuse, but I felt like something was off. And so she appeared to be better when she did her interview with the Dear Wifey podcast. But if you listen to the things that she was saying, as many years as they were messing around before they even got married, she made it clear and he made it clear that even though they were into each other, they had never really sealed the deal. They were not boyfriend and girlfriend. And she even admitted that in her podcast. I mean, when she did her episode. Also, before she met him, about 2 weeks before she actually met him, because they met in college, she had got R word, which of course would change anybody's, you know, would affect you. But that was something that she never brought up to him. She didn't bring that up to him till like 5 years into their situationship, because that's what the hell it was. It was a situationship. Okay. Um, and so from his point of view, he was saying that, you know, he had no clue that she coming into the relationship with this huge thing. And so when he would try to get intimate with her or try to give her affection, because his love language is affection, when he would try to get affectionate with her, you know, she was pushing him away. Or and also too, she had a habit of, if something was bothering her, instead of her saying it or letting him know she was being very passive aggressive. She would show it through her anger. Like, if he walked in the house or, he'd try to say, I love you or something like that. She slamming shit down because he said her anger could get very bad. So I guess he was feeling like, okay, I'm trying to do everything. Anything I do, it ain't good enough. So, he just got tired of the shit. Also coming from how he grew up. So he grew up, he didn't have a father. And so his thing or triggers was abandonment or rejection. So anytime that she wasn't, it was like, and he said the times that she would be affectionate or try to be with him is when she wanted to save the so-called relationship. But he basically just got tired of her shit. Okay, just to keep it real. Basically, both of them had their toxic ways. It was not one-sided. I don't believe that he's a narcissist. Of course, the way he handled everything was fucked up, but she was not no angel either. And again, if you listen to both of their uh interviews, you will see that really everything that he said was definitely in line with what she said. Okay. So that's just my opinion. I think it was a good interview, but I kind of understand why he moved the way that she moved. And that's why it is so important for men and women to be honest with your shit when you are dealing with someone. Again, I stress counseling, getting, doing your work because you bring in, all of us always bring baggage into relationships and not letting our partners know, and then you expecting for them to carry your shit and theirs and vice versa. So they were just two people that didn't need to be together in the first damn place. And it just is what it is when it comes to that. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna move on to the next story, okay? This one was very interesting. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that's what I did at work the majority of the day was watch podcasts. Okay, so this is from Black Ink Chicago. So y'all know he got caught up a few years ago with some of his fetishes. It was a video that came out to where he was looking kind of crazy. I think his girlfriend was walking him as a dog or whatever. And so a lot of people started to get at him about that. That was like his little secret little fetish and shit. So pretty much what happened was, since everybody, because they actually talked about it on the show and everything. So since everybody kept talking about it, it really ended up pushing him out and making him real comfortable to say, like, okay, since y'all gonna keep talking about me when it come to this personal stuff, I'm just gonna go ahead and be free with it. He started a OnlyFans. He makes $5,000 a day on his OnlyFans, and pretty much, he gets pegged. He likes to get pegged by women. He says he's not into, he's not into homosexuality, but he has explored being with a trans woman. And he just pretty much said that how he even got into all of that was that he met a woman who was from Belize and she turned him out. Okay, she turned him out. That's when he discovered his G spot, and he enjoys it. So he, like, he free with himself. He has threesomes, he has a swingers club, and he just out with his stuff. And so hell, he making money off of it. He spoke about how, of course, some of his homeboys started to treat him different after everything came out. But basically, the moral of the story is Phor is living his best life because he is living his truth. I don't have an issue with it. A lot of people have a lot of different sexual fetishes. And if that is what they want to do, and as long as there are consenting adults, I don't have an issue with it. So it just is what it is. So he appeared to be making money, and that's all good. Okay, guys. So that's it when it comes to that story. Okay. Let me go to the next one, y'all. Okay, so the next story is about Evelyn Braxton. She did an interview on a podcast that is called Smitty and D. That is what the podcast is called. And she went on there. Hey, Marcus, good morning. She went on there to speak about, just different things, her outlooks on marriage, her outlooks on how women and men act today. But the part that got everybody's attention was when she spoke about the loss of her daughter, Tracy. And what she said was really, really heartfelt. Hold on, guys. Okay, y'all. What she said was really, really heartfelt, and um, she pretty much said that, of course, it's something that you can never prepare for, to lose a child. She said that she do appreciate the years that she was able to spend with her, but that she would rather her be in the bosom of God than to be on the earth continuing to suffer. She did say that she do feel like that parents, us as parents, can be selfish with the course constantly wanting the child around. And the way that she put it was really, really, it was really nice. And she was saying that everybody grieves differently and that you just don't know exactly how you're going to handle it until you actually go through it. And it made me think of conversations I've had with someone who basically taught me to understand that when people are grieving or you see somebody going through something and we say things thinking that we're being helpful, and we like to say, I understand what you're going through, I understand this, I understand that. Um, and you can't understand because you're not going through it. And even if you have more than one parent who has experienced a loss, that loss is still different for each parent. And you just don't know if you have not experienced that. So, through that person teaching me that and explaining that to me, I watch how I talk to people, or the things that I say, when they are experiencing a loss, especially if it is a loss of a child. I watch, and your child can be any age. I watch how I say that. That's just like um, my cousin and her loss, when it comes to her son, which was my cousin. You know, in the past, I would have called and said, right, Johnny Mac. In the past, I would have called and said, or asked her something as simple as, "How you doing?" And people may look at that and think, "Well, that ain't bad. That ain't mean." But not understanding that really that's a stupid ass question because how the fuck you think she feel? So instead, when I call her now, which I check on her and I say, "Well, what you doing today?" I let her lead the conversation, but also be normal because that's also another thing too. It could be very awkward when you are in the presence of somebody who is dealing with grief because it kind of, especially if you don't deal with it well yourself. And again, you don't want to say nothing to set anybody off. You don't want to say nothing stupid. And the thing that I learned from when Brooke Bailey did her interview about losing her daughter, she said that they need also is just normalcy. They need to be treated normal um, during the situation as well. So I call her, I talk to her normally. I let her lead and decide what it is that she want to talk about, and I just let her know that we are here for her, and anytime that she need me, I'm available. So that's pretty much how I handle it. I try to be more conscious of what it is that I'm saying because a lot of times, like I said, we don't know. A lot of people don't deal with grief well. I know I don't. I hate to see somebody that I care about hurting in any type of way. And but at the same time, it's nothing that you could do to take it away. It's just something they have to experience. So I just try to be more mindful of the things that I have to say. So it's a good interview. Again, it's on Smitty and D podcast. You can find that also on the YouTube streets. That's right, Leo. We have to keep a check on our people, especially strong people. Absolutely. You cannot and I get it. Everybody has their own life going on, but you have to continuously check. I continuously check on her. I try to get her out the house. My mom and everybody does the same thing. We are constantly in communication with her because you know that yes, everybody is there during the services. They're there during the food and everything like that. But we can forget about just after that. Um, we can forget. And like I said, it's nothing personal. It's just that you got your own life going on. But it's like you have to also understand that one day you're going to be in that spot. Whether it's your kid, your parent, whatever like that, you're going to be in that spot. And it's in the moments that you need just a phone call. Yep, it is working better. Good morning, Stepperies. Yes, I love this phone. So you just gonna need that phone call. You just gonna need, even if it's a text message and stuff. And that's why, like, even some of you elements who have experienced losses recently or around the same time that I lost my cousin, they can tell you that I text and say, help, just checking on you, and they have done the same to me. Sometimes it's just the little things, just to show people that you care, that you are thinking of them. That is very, very important because we can all get caught up in our own lives. So it was very, it was very good, y'all. Wait, hold on, y'all. So that's what's going on with that. So yeah, check out that podcast. So let me see what's the last thing. We already talked about Sugarfoot. Sugarfoot was first. Okay, so like I told you guys all the time, it's probably gonna get more intense as the weeks go on. I will be speaking about what's going on with the UAW. Okay. And I know some of y'all are probably like, Leo, we don't want to hear that shit. We don't give a damn. Well, you gonna hear the shit. If you don't like it, drop out. Because this affects my real life and it's gonna affect the whole world depending on how it goes. So our union president, Sean Fain, who has been refreshing breath of fresh air. He is the first UAW president since I've been there, with all the years I've been there, that is actually doing something about some shit. And he did a live. He been keeping us. He's very great with the communication. He been doing Facebook lives, YouTube lives. I be getting texts, all type of shit, knowing what's going on. And he is pressing the damn gas. Okay, guys. So remember, last week he threw a proposal in the motherfucking trash. This week he came and he not only went at them again, but he also went at the media because the media have been talking about him. Okay, thank you. Can't stop. The media have been talking about his approach and talking about us and acting like they know what's going on. And he pretty much told into their ass and let them know that he is not playing with them. He even put out a 30-second video because we now, well, yesterday it was 30 days. Today it is now 29 days. And he basically said, TikTok bitches, we are not playing with you, big three. Like he said, September the 14th is not a reference point. It's what it is. Okay. So he did a live yesterday and he pretty much said that we are about to take a strike vote. And that is not only at one of the big three, he is taking a strike vote from all of the big three. That is GM, Ford, Chrysler, aka Stellantis. Okay. And we are all supposed to vote whether it is yay or nay for a strike, if it should come to that. Are we willing to walk? Okay. That vote is supposed to be taking place August the 26th, I mean the 22nd. Okay. He also said that we will be doing practice pickets. So yeah, it's a lot going on. Also, in the actual facilities, I know at least at mine, we have been seeing new workers pop up every other day. So that lets me know that the company, even though they have been coming out with their statements, I can tell that they are worried as well because different new people have been popping up every day, which I think is crazy because some of these new people do not know exactly the fact that they are walking into a thing of sharks. Okay, they purposely put the highlight jackets on them to make them stand out. You could tell even how the supervisors are acting. They're being extra nice to us because I think they're worried as well. So it's a lot of shit that is internally going on that every day you don't know what the hell you about to walk into. So the pressure is on. Okay. I believe that the vote tally is supposed to be out, I think, by the 24th or the 26th. That's when they will post exactly what the strike vote was. But I know while he was live on Facebook, it was thousands of people in there, and majority of everybody in there from different locals was saying that they will be voting yes. Okay. Um, and that's what's going on with that. Okay. So it's getting very, very, very deep. And to the people that are in the media who are speaking and giving their opinion, especially in regards to the absenteeism, what they feel like we deserve, and all of that shit, and what the CEOs cannot afford. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I could tell which one of y'all are in bed with the companies. I'm just gonna say the shit because how the hell you gonna tell us that we wrong for wanting a 46% raise when the CEOs have gotten a 46% raise? How dare you talk about what the hell they can't afford when one of them have just bought a second mansion in Mexico and actually has the audacity to still be in Mexico on vacation while bargaining is going on, but has the audacity also to tell us that we need to be economically real while he made $28 million this year. In regards to the absenteeism issue, you probably do have absenteeism issues because, first of all, y'all have laid off everybody. So you got motherfuckers like me stuck there, and we're being made to do more than one goddamn job because y'all trying to be cheap. Then not only do I have to do my job, I have to motherfucking think further that goddamn supervisor. So I got to supervise and be a UAW employee. Okay. I literally told one of my supervisors that shit yesterday. I said, so I got to do your job and mine, plus the other eight that you sit there and you throw on me. And y'all actually wondering why people get tired and don't show up because y'all have created a hostile work environment. Okay. So for those people that are on the outside of the motherfucker talking about what they know and why we do this and why we do that, first of all, talk about management. Okay. Half of y'all would not be able to last a day. Fuck a week. Half of y'all would not be able to last a day in the environment that I've been walking in for the past going on 14 motherfucking years. Okay, honey? So we don't want to hear your goddamn opinion. Instead of listening to these CEOs who make millions over even y'all, how about you talk to the actual people that are in there? Because nobody knows the environment better than we do, just like nobody knows how the motherfucker run better than we do. You got people walking around who like to throw their degrees in your goddamn face. But as I said and have told each of them, you can walk around with a clipboard all the fuck you want. You don't know how to run this motherfucker better than me because I'm looking at the shit every day. I have gotten off my forklift in the past and have told them, you get your ass up here, you do this. I make this shit look easy, okay? This shit ain't fun. It is not no walk in the park. I know what the manual says, but actually doing the shit is something completely motherfucking different. Okay, y'all. I apologize. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Can y'all let me know whether y'all hear me or not? If any of y'all still here, I apologize, y'all. Because I told y'all it was a phone call that I was waiting on. It came and I had to take it. But hopefully, let me see. Y'all should be able to hear me now. I think y'all should be able to hear me. Let me see. Let me take this thing off to see if my circle is moving. Okay, okay, guys. I apologize for that interruption, but I had to take that call or whatever and stuff. Like you say, the kids is about to get ready to school, so you got to make sure they got their shots and all that type of shit like that. But anyway, so yeah, it's a lot. So back to the damn people again. Y'all don't know what it is that we go through. Every plant operates differently, and you just shut up. Y'all sit there in y'all suits and y'all desk and y'all make good money as well. Don't tell us, what it is that we experience. Don't try to make it seem like we're a bunch of just lazy ass workers sitting around. Don't sit up there and try to make it seem like that, okay? Again, you have a manual for the forklift or the different um things that we have to damn operate, but the manual don't tell your ass how to operate if one of the forks is not level with the other fork. Guess what? You still have to drive that motherfucker. You still got to pick up that big ass container or that the side of a damn car. You still has to know how to pick that up. Okay. You have to know when to long fork it or to short fork it. That's only something that your ass know through damn experience. You have to know how to operate when you are driving something that goes 360 in a complete damn circle and it's raining outside. You have a plant full of oil. You have to know how to stop yourself from spinning out of motherfucking control. Because guess what? They don't give a fuck about the floor being wet and oily. They don't give a fuck about that. Because if you are supposed to take certain parts to an area or pick up a part, they want that line to continue running. So keep your opinions. What we are asking for is not a lot compared to millions. Y'all would not die if y'all did decide to pay us $47 an hour or 49. We deserve it, amongst other things. And I'm glad that we finally have a UAW president who is not playing with them. And no, do I want to go out and be out for months? No. But at the same time, am I ready? Hell yeah, I am ready. Okay. I was in HR supply chain and those jobs are dangerous. Yeah, they're very right. Yeah, they dangerous as hell. They are dangerous. People's legs have gotten cut off with them. It's not easy. Yeah, we're not asking for a lot. Y'all make millions. And y'all don't know the stuff that we have to go through in there. And if stuff is not running properly, it's due to your management. These people that you think are better than us because they have degrees. But yet and still, we manage ourselves. Just to be real, we manage ourselves. So, yes, I'm going to keep talking about it because it's not only something that affects me directly, it affects the world. It would be historic if GM, Ford, and Stellantis goes on strike at the same time. Y'all think that it was a huge threat when it comes to if UPS was going to go on strike. If this happened and he strike all three companies, oh, it's going to affect all of y'all. It's going to affect all of y'all. I have experienced two major deaths by a machine in a warehouse. It's very dangerous and meticulous. Yes, you got to have hand and eye coordination, all of that stuff. Because when you first even do the training, because we do have training, okay? When you have to do the training, you're in the class for maybe about a week. All that shit, they teach you all good and well. The real training, the real learning comes when you have to actually get out on that floor. Okay? So it's just no clue. So I'm going to wrap this up. The point is, we will be watching to see what happens. I will continue to let you guys know from my end what's going on. If we do end up going on strike, I will also let you all know what's going on with that. But it is counting down. We are now, I think, at 29 or either 28 days of what is going on. And, it's not looking good at all. They are nowhere near. I think if they do end up coming to an agreement, it probably literally will be just like UPS, where it was literally the day before, because he pretty much letting them know that this is what it is. And then what's so fucked up about it as well is that the day that our contract expires, which is September the 14th at 12:59 a.m., that is when the auto show starts. And anybody should know here in Michigan, Detroit, that the auto show is a big deal. If we go on strike the day of the auto show, that is also a huge blow to the auto show. Also, Biden is watching what the hell is going on because this is also a political fight at the same time. So it's a lot of factors to this. So if it does seem like I'm constantly posting stuff or whatever, again, I respect the fact that y'all maybe not want to hear that. I get that. But I'm going to post it because this is what I'm going through. And I know that it may be other UAW workers or people of unions that are going through the things that we're going through. And my goal is to stand in solidarity with them and to let them know that we are all in this together. Because, see, this is a fight about corporate greed that has been going on for too damn long. And as far as I look at it, what the hell do we got to damn lose? And this is going on all over. You got the writer strike, the Hollywood strike. You got over in another country, they had a goddamn rent strike. It is strikes going on all over the world. Okay. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. So it's a lot at stake. This is my life here. And for a lot of people, that's just the thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. Thank y'all for bearing with me. Sorry for the interruption. I hope that you guys enjoy the show. I will try to be more consistent as much as I can, but y'all already know what the deal is. To my Element members, I'm a stomach some of these goddamn videos today, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna give y'all some cliff notes so that y'all spirit ain't gotta take a hit. I take the hit for y'all, and I sage after I have to watch some of this fuck shit, okay? So I can give y'all the cliff notes of everything that's going on, okay? Um, that's right, Johnny Mac. And you right, Queen B. I love you too, Teeny B. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm about to get on started with my day and see what fuck shit I'm gonna walk into today. Bye, y'all.